This is like a bunch of tigers at a circus, and I'm in the center of the ring right now.
Alright, welcome back to the vlog, guys. We have a really crazy one for you. We've been looking forward to some of these reveals for a really long time, and this is all about the Pompeii project. We're going to look at the original, how it looks now from when it was a baby, some of the things that we've learned over the years. We have some adult animals now that are variations of the Pompeii. We're going to take you through the whole thing, and then we're going to look at the crazy new discoveries we made that are really blowing our minds as far as where this project could lead in the future, and what the new angle is on it to give it some new life and refresh it a little bit. So we're going to dive right in. There's a ton of snakes in this vlog, guys, so try to keep up and we'll hit it hard. All right, so here it is. This is where it all started. This is the original Pompeii male. So refresher, this is a black pastel, yellow belly, red stripe, spot nose clown. And as a baby, it was neon red, absolutely gorgeous. And even as an adult, he looks really good. It still has amazing color. I mean, they do change as adults, but what an amazing looking adult he's become. So he's been a lot of really awesome babies for me. He's produced some amazing stuff. We've changed the combos a little bit. We've made some variations on it. And a couple times we've even managed to add a gene to this. So we're gonna look at a few of those before we look at the babies he just made. So here we have the male fire Pompeii. Now this is one of only 2 animals I've managed to hatch that actually have all the Pompeii genetics plus an extra gene. Check him out. He's actually right now breeding. We're gonna interrupt him a little bit. He's breeding to a really amazing disco het clown female. So we're trying to make a disco inferno Pompeii. It's amazing to think about. It's impossible to hit. The reality is we have 5 codoms, 6 codoms when you can count her, plus the recessive. So it's gonna be really hard to hit. However, you gotta start by trying. So that is the fire Pompeii. It actually adds a really interesting variation in the sense that it's less red, but more that like rusty orange, a lighter color orange, and really turned out to be an amazing combo. So over here we have the second Pompeii where we actually added a gene to it. So this is black pastel, yellow belly, spot nose, red stripe, and then pinstripe. So we called it the Pinpeii. And she is getting really big. She's ready to move up a tub. But this is the pinstripe Pompeii, or we call it the Pinpeii, and it has just a wild coloration to it. And the pattern is wild. So pinstripe, as you guys know, is a very heavy pattern mutation. And the Pompeii adds all these crazy colors and outlining, and you see the red here in the side, the oranges, and she's turned out really amazing. It's really hard to imagine what to do to her to change it up much, honestly. You can make her a little brighter, maybe Orange Dream or another copy of Red Stripe. But really great combo. So the next 2 are actually substitution versions of the Pompeii. So what we did was we tried to figure out, the black pastel was kind of the critical component of the original Pompeii. We thought, what if we can substitute that for another type of dark gene? Can we still make some really incredible versions of it, maybe even better? And so the first one we have to show, it might be in shed here. She is, but she's huge and beautiful. This is the chocolate version of the Pompeii. We may have a little video clip of her not in shed that we can put up as well, but that turned out absolutely incredible. It actually had a lot more contrast with the chocolate as opposed to the black pastel, and the outline of the alien heads here, where they still have nice red spots, but very heavy duty black outlining and a crazy dark belly. This is actually probably one of my favorite versions of this project for me. It's really amazing. Another one we tried putting Stranger in place of black pastel, and we ended up with a spot nose, red stripe, yellow belly, Stranger clown. And this one has its own unique variation too, because it's very red, very unique, yet it lacks a lot of the black outlining that both the Pompeii and the chocolate version have. It's a really beautiful version of it and a very different angle on it. So this one is the GHI version. So it's GHI instead of black pastel. And this was one of my best breeders last year, and he's still bouncing back. He's still a little thin. It's a very unique what GHI did is it took away a lot of the blacks and contrast, but it actually added a lot of really complexity to the sides. You have the black flecking on everything, really changed the look of it overall. And I show him because he is the dad of one of the really amazing new combos we just made that we're going to show you in just a second. So those are some of the adult variations, and I hope that kind of helps you understand these babies when you see them, kind of where they fit into the patchwork of all this. The main thing I would say is we loved how this complex has developed and all the different variations that have been made possible because of the spot-nosed yellow belly red stripe and all this different stuff you can do with that. So let's check out those brand new combos. Okay, so from that really cool GHI clown combo, we hatched this boy earlier in the season. We haven't shown him yet. This is really taking advantage of that really wild interaction between GHI and spot nose that I absolutely love. But in this one we have black pastel, GHI, spot nose, yellow belly, possible red stripe, clown. And just look at the complexity and how crazy the pattern is, how blown up and wild the sides are. I really, really like this combo, and I think just how far we've taken this from the standard clown combo with the black back and, you know, basically patternless sides. We've taken, and through these other genes, blown up that pattern to where we, again, with the clown, we've achieved something that is absolutely completely different, both full of color and just absolutely wicked pattern. So this girl right here is one of my favorite of the whole season. She has just the perfect combination of delicate color and really, really beautiful, clean yet busy pattern. It's just really everything I would hope for from this. So this also has GHI and black pastel, but I think this one is fire GHI, black pastel, spot nose, yellow belly, possible red stripe. So we have literally potentially up to 7 codoms in this snake, and we have amazing contrast, incredible color. Look at the peach color on the sides, that yellow belly edging on the side there, the high side. It's honestly, there's not really that much you can say about this snake because it is so unique and special in its own way. And it's a girl, so we gotta grow her up and find out exactly what's in her. But what an amazing kind of progression this animal has brought to the project. So just for a little added interest, this one I believe is essentially the heterozygous version of this one. So you see when you have all these genes stacked in there without clown, what a change it makes when you add the clown later. But this one is almost patternless on the side. You see a little bit of delicate patterning. You see a little bit of the same color palette coming through, but then that bone white, dash stripe on the back, that's from the spot nose, really brings that in on these GHI combos. And then it gets obliterated in the clown because the clown is a black back. When you stack these genes and you see exactly what happens between one animal to the next, it's like unraveling a mystery. And these two animals are just fantastic mysteries to me. All right, so this last clutch is kind of the pinnacle of what we've done for 2020 with the Pompeii project. And the whole goal this year was to do the mahogany version. So we're gonna put the Pompeii into the mahogany, see if we can get black pastel mahogany clown combos, which I don't think have been done. And then we're gonna see if we can make a mahogany version of the Pompeii and see how great it is, because it's another really nice dark gene. And we got some crazy results. Looking forward to showing these to you now. This whole clutch is absolute firecrackers. They're all gonna be trying to bite me the whole time, so that'll be a little fun. So black pastel, mahogany, yellow belly, clown. Really, really, really pretty. And he's really gunning for me, he or she. This is the mahogany, red stripe, yellow belly clown. I'm extremely impressed with this one because it is such a very unique color to it. It is absolutely rust colored all the way through. This is my male from the clutch, and I'm so excited to use this animal and really take this to its next level because that is so red, so cool, and it has this quality to it that is really hard to explain, especially look at those sides and how bright they are. So the next one is the mahogany spot nose yellow belly clown. Now, when I'm showing this snake, I want to give a shout out to JP Reptiles Canada because he did some really interesting spot nose mahogany clown combos this year,
And although I was already working on this pairing, it definitely inspired me on this. And I think that what he did plus what these are, it really shows the potential that mahogany has, and especially in this little complex where you have spot nose and some of these other brightening genes in there. Those two are really cool together. So what this one's missing out of the whole equation is red stripe. And now we get to show you the one with red stripe. So this right here, guys, is the mahogany version of the Pompeii. So mahogany, red stripe, yellow belly, spot nose clown. Look at the color difference between these two. When you add the red stripe, you get a much deeper level of red in there. This basically looks a lot like a Pompeii. The big difference I'm seeing is the color is a little different in the red, and then the actual alien heads themselves are not as light. So you don't get quite the same contrast level as with the Pompeii, so it doesn't pop quite as much, but still we're seeing really, really deep dark reds, maybe even deeper than the Pompeii. And then we're seeing on this one, you're seeing how we take red stripe out of the equation, you lose a lot of those dark reds, but you still have a really awesome contrasted snake. And then we take spot nose out of the equation, you lose the contrast, but you bring in, as long as you have red stripe and yellow belly, you bring in this amazing deep reds again. I'm really, really, really amazed by all these. Miguel talked me out of this one when he visited this week, and she will be one of the most, ouch, he did get me, one of the most missed snakes in my collection because this snake is absolutely phenomenal. Miguel, you're taking home an amazing girl. Really, really awesome project. All right, so those are really, really, really cool and absolute firecrackers, as you saw. It's such a cool thing to see the evolution of a project where you started out with the Pompeii, which is such a pinnacle animal from the beginning, and then start to explore the different variations. And even 4 years later, we're still finding really, really unique angles on it, adding things to it, swapping certain genes out. It's really, really, really a fun experiment to work with these things. And I hope you guys take that away from this video, just how much there is to learn about these morphs. Even when you think you've reached the pinnacle animal, there's still a lot to go on it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. We actually wanted to get this video out of the way early because we have some awesome, awesome new Pompeii clutches hatching in about 3 to 4 weeks. And so we wanted to show you guys, catch you up on the project, and that way we can show you the next thing if we have something really crazy on that. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.